That could actually work. Hey, I don't see a keyhole. That means the only escape is forward. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry.
Sie fährt einfach.
What's that? An elevator? Let's see. A rickety design, no rails to grab onto, decayed boards, frayed drag rope, goes up into dizzying heights, and is being driven by a complicated mechanism. Yep, this escape road has been made especially for me. Oh, I want to go back to my cell. I still can't believe I was able to get away from them. Corona. How shall I ever reach that place? Those must be Grandpa's pantaloons again. How on earth did they get here? Extra, 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 extra small. How cute. The inscription on my tombstone will read, though he could not save the world, his knowledge of the regional clotheslines was excellent. There's nothing growing here at all.
Hey, are you referring to my height?
Shoot! No, I wasn't. I'm not even much good at innuendo anymore. The birds look quite comfortable there. It could be difficult to scare them away from the flower bed. Hey there.
Stop it, you scalawags. Not half a step further.
Can you help me?
That depends. With what?
I have to get to Corona really fast.
To Corona? Ah, forget it. The train doesn't go there anymore.
A train? What train are you talking about?
I told you to forget it. The line has been discontinued. You'd better find another way.
What other way is there to Corona?
Well, to be honest, the train was the only way to Corona. But I already told you. It doesn't go there anymore.
I've got Askill hot on my trail.
The Eskil can come if they want. I'm prepared for that.
You're through with life?
No, I've placed some traps.
I will destroy the world.
Well, that's what I want too. So what? Take my advice. Don't spread that around. People don't really appreciate that kind of thing.
I'm forced to talk to wound-up screwballs all the time.
Really? I hardly ever have to do that. This week has been the first time, actually.
Everything is so horrible. The Askill want to attack Corona, the world will end, and it's all my fault.
Oh boy. What kind of a wuss are you? If I were your world, I'd rather end myself. And that's a fact.
You can't help me. Nobody can.
I think so too. The way you're dressed. Is there anything else? You're blocking the view of my favorite tree.
There's a train?
Don't you ever listen? I told you, there's no train. The locomotive still stands up there, but it hasn't moved in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, that's rich. Do I look like a museum? I told you, there's no train. On the other hand, the idea isn't too bad. I wonder what I could charge for an entrance fee.
How did you come across those pantaloons over there?
Actually, that's a strange story, and pretty embarrassing. So the truth goes with me to my grave.
But the idea of the Railroad Museum has something to it.
Yeah. But the entrance fee, would it in fact pay off? I'm not sure about it.
I'd even pay 10 gold coins for something as great as that.
Honestly? You think people would pay that much to see a discarded locomotive?
Well, it's not just any old locomotive. In fact, it went to Corona, didn't it? So it's a royal locomotive.
Royal? That means I've been sitting on a gold mine all the time.
And you didn't even notice.
How could I have been so blind?
Luckily, you've proven your infallible business sense in the end.
You can say that again. I almost missed a lifetime opportunity here. Come here, people from far and near. Starting today, Maurice's Majestic Railroad Museum has opened.
May I take a look at the locomotive now?
Sure. That's 10 gold coins. Do you have the money?
Not exactly. Actually, I don't have any money on me.
Well then, back off. You're blocking the entrance for the other customers.
What? How's business with the museum?
I haven't had a single customer. What am I doing wrong?
I have a couple of ideas on what to improve.
Oh, yeah? And why should I listen to you? It's not like you're my advisor or anything.
You could hire me as an advisor.
Well, why not? All right.
Kuss.
You'll get 1 gold coin a day after the work is done. So, go ahead. What do you suggest?
You should take down all the laundry. It doesn't fit the good name of your museum.
Yeah, all right. I see that. Unfortunately, I can't leave here to do that myself. I have to watch the cash box in case a member of staff gets sticky fingers.
You could hire me as a laundry boy, and I can do it for you.
That seems a little extravagant to me. I'd probably have the only museum with its own laundry boy in the whole region. On the other hand, I can't handle everything myself. All right, so be it. You're hired. You'll get 1 gold coin a day after the work is done.
Those birds in the front yard are spoiling the aesthetics. It doesn't fit the good name of your museum.
Yeah, all right. I can see that. But what shall I do? Those darn blighters keep coming back.
There's nothing much you can do. You'll have to hire a professional.
Well, all right. But where do I find somebody like that?
Have I told you that I'm a passionate spare-time gardener? I could give it a try.
You?
Why not? There's nobody else here.
All right, all right. If you can scare the birds away, you're hired. You get 1 gold coin a day as a gardener, just like I said, after the work is done.
Maybe it's because of the grumpy members of staff?
What do you think? When I look at you, you're probably right. You look like someone has ridden you.
You mean bitten?
I meant what I said. What do you suggest?
You should hire a jester.
Jester? Have you gone mad?
Hey, I happen to know the staff pretty well. I don't want to scare you, but if they don't get some entertainment soon, they may go on strike.
A strike? All right, but where can I get a jester?
You can't do the job yourself.
Why not? Do you think I'm not, I can't jest?
When should I start?
Right away.
Great.
You'll get 1 gold coin a day after the work is done.
All right. You should introduce, staff discount.
Staff discount? No way.
Why not? Look at it this way. You'd make your staff happy and still get money from them.
What? Hey, you're right. Those morons.
All complete idiots.
All right, it's a deal. Members of staff get a 50% discount.
First, you should fire the grumpy manager.
I could only do that with 3 months' notice.
That's a shame. Oh, they'll pick up eventually.
I think so, too. I'll give a motivating speech during the Christmas party, and the problem will solve itself.
You should change the name.
Should I really?
Definitely. Maurice's Majestic Railroad Museum sounds way too pompous.
What do you suggest?
I like Maurice's Medium Museum.
Less exclusive, but maybe that opens it up for a new line of customers. Maurice's Medium Museum. All right. Let's name it so then. I hope it'll show some improvement. Do you have any other suggestions?
You could lower the prices.
I think you're right. I guess 8 pieces of gold would be plenty for a visit to Maurice's Medium Museum.
Some more.
Some more? Well, listen to that. Maurice's Medium Museum is well worth 8 gold coins.
I can't think of anything.
What kind of an advisor have I hired? You better come up with something or I'll cut your pay.
I don't have any time for conversation.
You sure talk a lot for someone who hasn't got time.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, bravo! You scared away the bugs. Do you want a staff member of the month badge now, or what?
Your gratitude is payment enough. Hey there again.
It's you again? What's that supposed to be? A siege?
What about my pay?
Let's see. You are my gardener. You are my advisor. You are my jester. And you are my laundry boy. So you've already earned 4 gold coins. I'll keep the money until after you've finished work.
May I take a look at the locomotive now?
Sure. That's 8 gold coins. Okay. For you, 4. Do you have the money?
Not exactly. Couldn't I just take it out of my salary?
Maybe that'll work. First, we have to look at what we've earned so far. Well, you are my gardener. You are my advisor. You are my jester. And you are my laundry boy. So you've already earned 4 gold coins. All right. It looks like you've earned enough. Welcome to Maurice's Medium Museum.
Neat, but how do I get up to the locomotive? Unless... Oh no, another elevator. Why didn't I just stay in Askill's fortress? Just like in a dollhouse. Cute. It all seems to be a little shaky. And this shelf isn't very firm either. The former owner must have left it behind. I can't imagine that Maurice could get up there. I might be mistaken, but I think it needs something to connect those cogwheels. There, a beautiful V-belt. There's something missing here, and I don't just mean hope. Good idea. If I tie Spot to the elevator, he might delay it long enough. Don't play hard to get now. I'm sure nothing will happen. Uh-oh. Spot? Ah, you're back again. Please, no more shenanigans, okay? You know I've got weak nerves. It all seems to be a little shaky. And this shelf isn't very firm either. Oh, did I do that? Why not? It'd probably be just as useful. Wow! Moise's Medium Museum really is worth the entrance fee. Wow! Moise's Medium Museum. This lock prevents the wheels from turning. I have to remove it. If I want to get this train running, I have to make a fire in the firebox. Yes, that could work. Yes, yes, it worked. The coals are burning. Now I only have to disengage the immobilizer system, and off we go. Hey, Spot, can you try to, I don't know, somehow spool this thing open? Hey, wait a minute, I think I have a plan. There, and now for phase 2 of my plan, which is developing phase 3. Yes, yes, it worked. The immobilizer system is disengaged. Corona, I'm coming. I hope I'm not too late.
And finally, there it was. In the middle of the nothingness between the clouds, on one last needle of rock, there was the castle of Corona. Sadwick had reached his destination.
Corona. Finally, I have arrived. The only thing now is to find a way in. Grandpa used to rhapsodize about the beautiful landscape surrounding Corona. This little shrub seems to be all that's left of it. I've come such a long way, and now I'm going to die. Slumped in front of this gate. Fate is probably sitting on its front porch, sipping cocoa, looking down on me and laughing. There's a gap beneath the door, but I doubt I can repeat my famed tray routine here. I don't have a tray, and the door has no key. Hey, Spot, can you help me open the gate? I have no idea. Who knows what awaits you in there? One thing's for sure, though. It won't be easy. You know what I'm talking about. And, hey, Spot, if you manage to do it, I'll take back some of the things I said about you. Good luck, buddy.
Now look at this mess. I'm completely soaked. Just wait, you little monster.
Well, you don't see things like that every day.
Well done, Spot. You really did it. I suppose it wasn't all that hard, but I'm proud of you all the same. And... hello? Hello? Heavens, it's all deserted here. Where could the king be? Once again, there's no handle. This door has a peculiar door knocker, though. Unfortunately, it's defective. The ring is missing. A deep, dark shaft, much like my life.
Sedgwick, what are you doing here?
What do you think? I'm doing your job. Saving the world and so on.
Oh dear, Sedgwick, it's way too late for that.
Yeah, whatever. You may as well rescind your responsibility. I will at least try, if you don't mind. If the world really has to end, at least it won't be my fault.
You foolish, plucky clown. Whatever have I drawn you into? You'd better hide. Quick!
What's going on anyway?
The end is near. The Asgil are attacking.
I know. I've just escaped from their hideout.
You've been inside the Asgil's fortress? And you're still alive?
Well, if you can call it living. We could still prevent it. I've got the Whispering Stone, remember?
You still have it? I mean, of course you do. I've been planning this right from the beginning, which makes it all the more tragic that you're too late. Oh, but don't be sad. I knew it was a risk involving an amateur.
Right. Your plan was great, but it was me who dawdled too long, wasn't it?
Don't be hard on yourself. I'm proud of you nonetheless. After all, you're not a chasky like me.
Where is the king?
He locked himself in his chambers. In order to get there, you'll have to go from the throne room through the astrolab. I'm afraid he's not well at all.
What's wrong with the king?
Nobody knows for sure. Perhaps the impending doom is eating him. Only one thing is certain. He is very weak.
I bet I'll be sorry I asked, but... how did you get here?
Ah, yes. That's a long and thrilling story.
Now,
where shall I start?
what happened at the shore?
The shore? Oh, yes, I remember. Like it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
I'd been sitting there alone for quite some time, practicing a secret chasky technique.
Microsleep?
I can do it under 3 seconds if my stomach's empty. Anyway, a cloud suddenly appeared in the sky. A gust of wind blew up strongly, and I began to shiver. I drew my knife and took out a couple of bombs that I still had in my backpack, just in case. I was all prepared when I heard a cracking sound from the underbrush. I tensed every muscle, and then...
And then?
Then I dropped everything, grabbed the backpack, and ran as fast as I could.
What?
When I turned around, I saw only a fox, but I had already left my hiding place. I was sure the Asgil had seen me. That's why I never turned back. It was simply too dangerous.
Too dangerous? Too dangerous? I thought you had gotten into a fight.
Ha! Never. I'm too clever for that.
You must mean gutless. I can't believe it. I traveled half of the world after you just because you were scared of a fox?
It was a very big fox.
Ah! How did you escape the Asgill?
The Asgill? I haven't been to the Asgill's fortress.
You haven't? But the guard told me about a scrawny green prisoner.
Scrawny? How did you get the idea that could have been me? I work out regularly. I'm way too fit to let myself get caught by the Asgill.
So you somehow outran them. Was there a chase?
You bet. At least, if by outrun, you mean hide in a cave. And by chase, you mean collecting berries.
How did you get back to Corona?
On secret Chasky trails.
Let me guess. You vanished into thin air, and the wind blew you here?
No, I had my hearthstone still set on the courtyard.
I didn't hear that.
What? Did I say anything?
And that's what you call an adventure?
No, I call that routine. As a Chasky, you experience so many incredible things. Not every critical situation gets you worked up anymore.
Obviously. And that's exactly the reason why you sit here so placidly.
That's right.
Even though the end is near and the Asgill are attacking?
Yeah,
And one of them is even now standing right behind you?
What? Yes, yes. You almost got me there, didn't you? You have to get up very early if you want to pull a Chasky's leg.
At 10 o'clock, do?
Let's say 11. I like to sleep late.
I think I've heard enough.
I know. My hair-raising adventures are not for the faint-hearted.
You're hiding in a barrel? Is that how a Chasky behaves?
Don't let your eyes fool you. This here is a Chasky survival barrel. The legendary
cool.
Chasky, Shoshi,
Modeste.
once traversed the mighty Drummel Falls in one of these.
At a safe distance from the falls, I presume.
Why, of course.
I'm not making any progress. Can't you help me somehow?
Sadwick, Sadwick, Sadwick. I can't always do all the work for you.
Right. My lack of self-reliance must be a terrible burden on you.
Oh, forget it, little friend. I taught you everything a Chasky has to know. You'll get by without me.
You might as well stay here. I'll go and save the world.
Always adhere to what I taught you.
The throne is empty. Where's the king? Well, what have we here? A keyhole. A secret royal compartment, maybe? Have door handles gone out of fashion that badly? This tile looks a little different. The floor wasn't fixed properly. Wait a second. That's not how the royal insignia is supposed to look. It's all mixed up. And one part's missing. And who will have to fix it? This tapestry is hung on a bar. It can be moved, obviously. There's a gap behind this shield. Hang on. There seems to be something behind it. Hey, Spot. Can you help me get this shield off the wall somehow? There. And now? As I suspected all along, wait for it, a secret mechanism. Hey, you! Are you the royal astronomer?
I own
I own. What's that supposed to mean?
Bervutgers Eiserger Ogre O Iver.
What?
Bervutgers Eiserger Ogre O Iver.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Ogre. I own and so on. To Iverm, too. Oh dear. Obviously, the astronomer speaks a foreign language. Astronomic or something. Hello? Can you really not understand me?
Adu.
May I ask a question?
Adu.
May I ask a question? That's quite impressive. I have to admit, I'm deeply daunted. Here we go. The gearbox seems to be all right. I'd better not mess with that. A deep, dark shaft, much like my life. Uh-oh. I have to be very careful I don't spill anything. I wonder if I can do it without using something else. Oh dear, it's all mixed up. All right, go for it. Hello? Can you really not understand me?
What? How? Wait a second. I can understand you after all. Loud and clear even. How fortunate. Let's hope it's not too late yet.
Too late?
For what?
We've got big trouble. The king, the fountain, the fabric of space and time.
Hold it, hold it. Why don't you start from the beginning? Who are you, anyway?
I am the royal astronomer.
The king would have been better to hire a couple of soldiers. Where's the rest of the staff?
They fled.
So what are you still doing here?
What do you think? I'm keeping my calm. If the world is ending anyway, it makes no difference where I am, does it? But if a hero happens to show up to save the world, he might need help.
So you know what to do.
In theory, yes. But before you get your hopes up too high, our chances are slim.
Where can I find the king?
You can't at the moment, I'm afraid. He's retreated to his chambers.
And those are behind this door, right?
That's right. But the door can only be opened when there's water in the fountain.
And the fountain is broken, I bet.
One could say that, yes.
What's the trouble with the fountain?
The fabric of space and time has ripped.
And by fabric of space and time, you mean...
The model of the planetary system. Over there. It's a very powerful object. It not only drives the fountain, it also represents our planetary system. It's almost a perfect model.
How exciting for an astronomer.
Don't be fooled. Planetary movement, times of the day, cycles of the year. This model measures the very heartbeat of our world. In doing so, it reaches such a level of accuracy, you could almost say that the world acts in accordance with it. One thing's for sure, mind you, they both influence each other.
The world acts in accordance to the model?
Yes, isn't that fascinating?
Does that mean if somebody was to repair the model, the end would be prevented?
In theory, yes. But only somebody of royal blood could do something like that. It's far too important.
But the king is locked behind his door.
Yes,
Which won't open
you're right.
because the model of the planetary system is broken.
That is the problem.
Heavens! Whoever conceives these absurd mechanisms all the time? I could help, couldn't I?
You don't make a fool of yourself. Only the king is important enough to repair the model of the planetary system.
But the king isn't here. Let me at least try. What possible harm could there be? Could the world end twice?
That's a valid thought.
There, just tell me what to do.
There are a couple of things.
Like always.
First of all, there is no oil for lubrication. Without oil, it can't be cranked up. Much worse, though, is that one of the planets is missing. The Whispering Stone.
Did you say Whispering Stone?
Yes, it represents our planet in the space-time continuum. Unfortunately, it's lost.
Nice ear trumpet.
What are you saying?
All right, all right. I've got some bad news.
That's not very uncommon these days, but never mind. Fire away.
Spot has swallowed the Whispering Stone.
What are you saying? You know where the Whispering Stone is?
Not exactly. My pet has swallowed it.
Oh no. Say it's not true. We need the stone to repair the fabric of space and time. Without it, we're dead in the water.
I should have fed him in time.
Your lamenting doesn't help. You'd better come up with something. In the meantime, I look for my dissecting instruments.
Oh, that won't be necessary. I'll find another way. The Asgil are planning an attack.
We'd better hurry then. Only the king can save us from the Asgil.
It has been prophesied to me that I'll destroy the world.
And that brings you running straight to the control room of the universe? I don't want to criticize too harshly, but it doesn't sound as if you've given it much thought.
I could go on talking about problems the whole day long.
It looks very bad indeed, my friend.
What's wrong with the king?
It doesn't look good. The king is very weak. He needs the water of life. But the fountain has run dry, and the way to his chambers is blocked. One would have to repair the fabric of space and time. That would get both the fountain and the door working again. Unfortunately, only the king himself can do that.
That sounds like a vicious circle. There is no possible solution.
Like I told you, it doesn't look good.